On the 20th of April, some punks came to our town to celebrate Hitler's birthday. I had no idea what was going on. I just went to the city center and saw that there was a fight on Peace Avenue, right in the middle of the street. Some of the brawlers were regular guys, and some had earrings and the sides of their heads shaved. Cars on the street stopped and honked, but none of the punks noticed. A cop car drove up, but 3 cops couldn't do anything against the 100 brawlers. I stopped to watch the fight, and around me, passers-by were also stopping and looking. Some were talking. What kind of disgrace is this? And in the city center, what are the police doing, just watching? Then more cops arrived in 3 cars, enough now to handle the situation. But the guys fighting ran in different directions. The passers-by began to disperse, and I left too. The next day, my classmates were talking about it. They said that the ones with earrings and the sides of their heads shaved were punks. They had come to celebrate Hitler Day, but some local guys went down to give them a proper reception. 2 guys from our neighborhood, Ox and Devil, also went down to fight with these guys. Lemka, my deskmate, gave me a lesson in history. But those weren't real punks. Real punks don't celebrate Hitler Day. My brother told me. Real ones aren't like that. They are normal, not like these gopniks. It was Ox and Evil that she was calling gopniks, and all the other thugs who were always fighting for our neighborhood. And Lenka's brother, he was a student at the Polytechnic Institute. He moved away from their parents to live in the dorm, because they wouldn't stop nagging him about his long hair and the music he listened to. He even got harassed by the police a few times for possessing items of bourgeois value. But that was a while ago. Now they wouldn't bother him for this. Lenka and I shared a desk for almost 80 years, since first grade. Early on, we always got teased. Sha, boom, bride and groom. Actually, we pretty much weren't even friends. We yelled at each other a lot and wouldn't speak to each other for a week or more, even though we were sitting right next to each other. But in 8th grade, it turned out that she and I were the only good students and we both did all the lessons. At that point, we began to copy off each other so we'd have less homework. We decided in advance who would do algebra and who would do chemistry. And sometimes Lenka brought foreign music magazines to school that her brother gave her to read. She and I looked at them during geography and chemistry. 2 days after Hitler Day, Lenka brought me a tape. She said it was punk rock, and that the group was called the Sex Pistols. The name means sexual guns. She had given me other kinds of rock to listen to before, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, and the Beatles. But when I got home, put the tape in my tape deck and played it, I liked it better than all the rest. I started jumping around the room and flailing my arms and the neighbor below and Shura banged on the radiator. The next day at school I told Lenka, that was awesome music. Yeah, you're right, it's cool. These guys are real punks. There is an article in our newspaper that says that they may claim they are protesting bourgeois conditions, but it doesn't matter. They are still degenerates and moral monsters. But my brother told me that they dress like this and cut their hair in this way to totally annoy everybody, so that everybody will hate them. It's like how everybody hates you and me because we are good students and because we are from normal families. And our teachers also hate us because we talk and stuff during class that's obnoxious to them. How do you know? Everybody knows, but it's a bunch of crap. Come to my place tomorrow if you want, and we'll listen to music. My brother gave me lots of tapes. My parents hate this music, but tomorrow they won't be home. Lenka's father was a math teacher and an alcoholic. People said he fell off the wagon and sobered up a bunch of times, and that he was fired from his regular job because of it. Now he was working as the school's security guard at night. But also, he used to be a poet, and 10 years ago, or maybe longer, his poetry was always being published in the city newspaper. Lenka hated her parents, and they hated her. They always yelled at her for her failing behavior. Lenka would have been a star pupil, but she argued with the teachers and asked them sarcastic questions. In 7th grade, she didn't get praiseworthy for her conduct, but at least in reading and writing she got all 5s. The head teacher said that if behavior like this got recorded after 10th grade, not a single institute would accept her. But Lenka always answered, whatever, it doesn't matter to me. And I, on the other hand, was quiet in my conduct, and the head teacher often used me as an example. I felt embarrassed when that happened, disgusted and annoyed. Lenka served me wine at her place. We drank from a big thick glass. I had never drank wine before, just champagne from the table at family celebrations sometimes. Lenka said, don't be thinking we are gonna kiss or anything like that. Don't even think about it. If you try to force yourself on me, I'll throw you right out, and I won't be friends with you anymore. And also, I'll tell my brother so he'll bash your face in. You're better than all those Hicks and Borns, but Lenka turned on the Sex Pistols at full volume. I asked, and the neighbors won't get mad and come up? They'll come up. We just won't answer the door. Only if it's the police, then we'll open up. I drank the wine for a while in small sips, and then Lenka said, you're really smart, so you have to understand that it's so bogus. The only music that's cool is stuff like this, and whoever listens to it is cool too, like the punks. You and I should be punks, or are you afraid? I'm not scared, and really, I'm stronger than you. Let's wrestle. Lenka put down the glass. We got down from the couch onto the floor and started to wrestle. She tried to pin me, and I thought this was funny. I laughed and didn't resist, and she pinned my shoulders to the floor. See how strong I am. Lenka took the bottle from the table and poured more wine in the glass. I drank it all in one gulp and got lightheaded. There was a buzzing noise in my head, and the room started spinning. I decided that I would definitely become a punk, or else Lenka would think I was a fucking coward and would never respect me again. And I would never get to come over to her house anymore, and would never drink wine together again. At home, I went straight to the bathroom, turned on the faucet and put my head under the stream so the cold water would sober me up. I didn't want my mom to notice that I was drunk, but she heard me in the bathroom and peeked in. What happened? You got drunk? With who? Admit it right now. But I didn't admit it. I just laid down and went to sleep. In the morning I had an awful headache. Mama had already gone to work and nobody was in the apartment. I found the clippers in the box under the medicine cabinet and shaved the sides of my head. I didn't get it very even, but I didn't care. I combed my hair down over my forehead. I got it almost like on the newspaper photograph, the one with the article about punks. Instead of my blue school shirts, I wore a black one, and instead of school trousers, I wore jeans. And I didn't put on a tie. But then when I went down the hallway, the whole school stared at me. I went in the classroom for the first lesson, chemistry. Everybody turned around and looked at me. Lots of them laughed, and one kid pointed at the head and made a circle with his finger, like I was crazy. But Lenka smiled approvingly, and the rest of them could kiss my ass. The head teacher came into the classroom and stopped. What's wrong with you? Why do you have such a foreign style today? What's so foreign about it? Everything is the same as usual, only I forgot to wear my tie. What about your shirt, and your pants, and your haircut? All my shirts are in the wash, and my school trousers out too. Why shouldn't the older classes get to wear whatever clothes they want? Get out of this classroom. I'll go too, says Lenka. The man's getting thrown out for nothing. He didn't break any rules. While Lenka is walking down the aisle, lots of kids are jeering and giggling.